This is Primal TV, and we're here with Fearless Vampire Killers. I've got a few questions for you. How excited are you guys to be playing Download this year?
Very excited.
Uber excited.
Nah, we're amazingly excited. We're playing a big old stage this year.
Yeah, the big old stage.
Yeah.
The second big old stage.
It's the second biggest, oldest stage on the whole festival.
A lot of pressure there. Pretty good.
Yeah, but I would like.
That makes you more excited.
Yeah.
The more pressure.
Yeah.
It makes me more excited anyway.
And makes me shit my pants. But yeah, no, it's going to be great.
So, what's been your sort of biggest success so far, sort of like as a band?
As a band, I would say our biggest success thus far has been our second album. Would you agree?
Absolutely, yes.
What about you, Luke? What do you think's our biggest success?
Yeah, probably the album. Definitely the album, actually.
Yeah.
It was a success story.
Well written.
If you buy our deluxe DVD that is available on our web store, I'm joking. There's a DVD in there that kind of charts the whole tale, the story around the second album. It's quite hard to get out, and I think we overcome those issues and released it. People loved it. Did loads better than our first album. Super positive.
How does it feel to have such a positive sort of backing from magazines like Kerrang and such like?
Pretty flattering, to be honest. I still not really used to it.
Yeah, they're all magazines we read growing up, so it's amazing being in them now. So it's a big honour.
Big old honour. You know, like it's one of those things when you're a kid and you look up and you're like, oh my god, if I could only do that. You don't really change in how you feel as a person, so it's still happening. Like it might be like slightly less exciting, but you know what I mean. You're still like kind of going, I'm the same person. This is really weird. You know, I don't feel like any more interesting.
And could you guys describe, like, sort of in short, if you can, like what Grand Demeanor is to those who don't know or are unaware?
Well, in short, how about you, Shane?
Grand Domino. It's a place where our songs are set. It's a fictional universe based around our real universe. It's a place where we can hide and release our emotions. So it's just a cool place to hang out.
That's good. And that's good. That was pretty short. It was good. Yeah, it was for the first two albums. They're conceptual, basically. So, and that was where we centered the concept. And Lawrence has like written stories about it, and we've all kind of like pulled all of our inspiration from there. So, it's good.
Does any of that where does the influence for that kind of style of writing come from?
I think it was just natural, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think we've always just written songs around stories. Sort of. I think that's just what we like. Yeah,
especially Lawrence. He lyrically is always centered stuff around stories in a way of kind of expressing real life things. So sometimes it's easier to use a metaphor than just to write what happened. No, and sometimes it can be more exciting. So that's generally how we just naturally did it.
And sort of, how do you get sort of like such good interaction from your fans, and do you feel it's important to keep up like the personal relationships with your fans as well?
Yes. How about you, Luke?
Yeah, I think it's important because they're the ones that are coming to the shows and buying our stuff and making sure that we can carry on. You know, you don't want to take that for granted. So the least we can do is say hello.
What would you say is your sort of been the best and worst times as a band? Like when have you had your sort of best shows, your favourite shows, and have you had any sort of hard times with shows and things like that?
What would be your best?
My favourite show was probably Brixton, where we did it for the second time. And
show off.
Yeah, that was maybe the best show, my favourite show I've ever played. But this last run, like especially when we was at the Underworld, and I don't know how many tickets we did, but you just because there's bits where you stop and you get the crowd to sing, and just everyone is singing it. That's
loud.
Yeah, loud. Out of time as well, which puts me off.
Put it in time, guys. Jesus. What about you?
Yeah, this tour's been some of the best shows. In London, Sheffield, Newcastle really stuck out to me. A few more as well, but yeah. This tour's been great for sort of best shows ever.
Yeah, so we had some really good. Bad times we played a Laser Quest. We played a Laser Quest once actually. Yeah, when we were first starting out, literally a Laser Quest.
To one fan.
To one person who's still a fan.
One fan and then a queue for people wanting to get into
Yeah, we were just annoying. So that was pretty dull.
Yeah. And what would you say sort of defines your image and the importance of that?
Well, we've never really thought about it massively. We've always just done whatever we felt was cool. Or, like, not necessarily cool, but interesting as well. Both. You know, we've always, like, especially, like, a little bit less now because our next album's going to move slightly away from the more conceptual side and we're, like, going a bit more real, if you get me. Like, we're at a point in our careers where we feel like we want to talk to people about stuff that's happened to us and, you know, like, have that sort of more honest connection. But yeah, previously it just made sense, really. Like, why would you? The analogy I use is, why would you tune a car, make it sound like, you know, like run amazingly and be really fast and it's all awesome, and then just neglect the paint job? It'd be stupid. Yeah, and you've got to be an icon. You don't want to go on stage looking like a plumber, and everyone's going to be like, not that I have any problem with plumbers, but you know what I mean. Yeah. You've got to be like something that people can look up to. So make an effort.
When you guys when you formed, like, where did you see it going when you started out, kind of thing?
That's an interesting one.
I think we always wanted to take over the world, but
There's always been that. Yeah, there's always been that desire. We've never made any secret of the fact that we want to be a big band, and that fact that we think that we can be a big band because we write good enough songs. But it's when you're at that point, it seems like it's a pipe dream. Now the pipe is, you know, we're slightly further along the pipe and we're like, ooh, maybe.
Yeah, light, yeah.
You know, there's a light at the end of the pipe. Yeah. So, you know, always been like delusions of grandeur, but hopefully we'll get there.
Fair enough, yeah. What would you say has sort of been your first big break? Like, when did you get a gig and you were just like, holy shit, like this is exciting, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or Will?
Yeah.
Will was probably our first one, so that was our first proper tour. Okay.
But Kerrang tour was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
These are big stages, yeah. Kerrang tour.
Yeah, that was like real. So Kerrang magazine were really kind to us, picked us up and like really supported us, and that was really what changed things for us from the start. And we would never make any secret of that. We're still very thankful.
And last one, how did you guys all meet? Sort of like, how did you get together?
They found me on the internet.
Yeah, we found Luke on the internet.
Yeah, I answered an ad. I just typed in drummer wanted into Google, and these guys come up. So that's how they met me.
That's it. And what a decision made. That was great. We had a lot of we had a lot of applications for that post, but Luke was a real person, so that was great. And then the rest of us have kind of grown up together. Really, it's a classic story.
Forever, I think.
Yeah, Shane, what, 3 years old when we first met.
Yeah, I reckon.
I think it was about 3 when we were at preschool. And now I bloody hate him. Nah, that's cool. And it just, but with Luke, it even feels like it's been that long.
Yeah.
God, tell me.
All right, thank you very much, guys. That's been Primal TV with Fearless Vampire Killers, and I hope you have a good day.